Erotic Fantasy Stories, Part 4. Sleeping Beauty. I love to watch you sleep. Slowly fading away, I will protect you from the ages. It is the year 2112, day 42. Logbook of the Starship Endurance. All systems nominal. All systems nominal. Well, not really. 12 years ago, our ship got hit by an asteroid. It was a near-fatal accident. All of the 2,000 crew members died in an instant, including the backup crew in their hibernation capsules, as their station was vaporized by the impact. You and me, we were the only survivors. We survived because we were outside in our space suits at that time, doing maintenance work. After the impact, we got back inside, repressurized the hull, and tried to keep the ship from completely falling apart. We worked for a whole month, with little to no sleep, and we barely made it. The ship was little more than a wreck at that time. With all communication lost, everyone would assume that the ship was destroyed, and they wouldn't even come looking for us. With all of the ship's main thrusters gone, it would take us 100 years to get to the next wormhole. And we only had one backup hibernation capsule left, so only one of us would be able to survive by sleeping through the 100 years. A grim prospect. As the highest ranking officer, you decided that we would take turns of 1 year each, sharing the years between us. We will both be old people by the time we return to civilization, but at least we will both get back alive. I volunteered to take the first watch because as a space technician, I could use the time to figure out a way of building a second hibernation capsule from scratch. So, the first year began. While you were sleeping in the hibernation capsule, I began working on my project. It turned out exactly as difficult as I had feared, and while the months passed by, I slowly realized that it would be impossible. When I finally woke you up and told you the negative results, you were furious and wouldn't even talk to me for over a week. When you returned from your isolation, you told me why you were so angry. It wasn't because I had failed. It was because I had tried to make it work for a whole 2 years. 1 more year than we had agreed on. During that time, I had aged 2 years, while you hadn't aged a day. You made me promise that I would never again violate a direct order from you. Some more things were said by you and me, and that night we made love for the first time. Then I went to sleep in the hibernation capsule for a year while you would keep watch. While I was sleeping, you took the time to learn everything about hibernation capsule mechanics and tried hard to build the capsule on your own. But eventually, you too had to realize that it wouldn't work. We just didn't have the necessary resources on board. In the meantime, you had also learned how to cook, so you could greet me with a great meal, prepared from your self-grown hydroponic plants, and after that, you gave yourself to me and we made love like never before. You clinged to me like a drowning victim. And then, you confessed to me in a sad voice that I had slept for 5 years. I was angry at first, but not for long. I hid my churned up feelings from you, and again we promised each other that from that day on, we would stick to the original plan and take turns of 1 year each, until we finally reached the wormhole. Then you went to sleep, and I struggled hard to maintain my poker face. That was 5 years ago. I am not going to wake you up again, because if I did, then you would probably do the same to me, giving your life for me, and I will not risk that. You deserve to get back to civilization with a large part of your life still ahead of you. Me, I'm a loner anyway, nobody will miss me. I spend my time sitting next to your hibernation capsule. Sometimes I talk to you and imagine you talking back to me. Sometimes I just watch you sleep. You are so beautiful. While slowly fading away, I will protect you from the ages. The capsule opens and you climb out of it. You see me lying on the floor, right next to it. Slowly, you touch my shoulder, shake it. No reply. You shake harder, tears in your eyes. Then I wake up and turn around. I look at you in surprise. 5 years I have let you sleep, and now you have awoken on your own. How is this possible? You tell me that you had been afraid that I would try something like this, so you introduced a hidden subroutine in the capsule's program to automatically wake you up after 5 years, including a virus that would destroy the capsule's control panel and render it useless. I am in shock. With the hibernation capsule gone, none of us will be able to survive long enough to make it to the wormhole. We are now both stranded here in the middle of nowhere, with nobody around. You smile and tell me, yes, we are stranded in the middle of nowhere, with nobody around. Nobody but ourselves.